Alright, y'all, welcome back to the channel. So there's a lot of things going on in the NBA right now. I mean, the season just started a couple weeks ago. We have the in-season tournament going on right now, which I'm going to be making a video on that this week, so stay tuned for that. And there's one thing that I see all the time, year after year, when the NBA starts, Twitter, they go crazy. They have hot take after hot take after hot take, and they don't get any prettier. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reacting to some of the hot takes that I found on Twitter. You know, I go on NBA Twitter, search up NBA hot take, and see the craziest hot takes that pop up on my phone. I don't want to waste no time, so let's get straight into it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get straight into the content. And the first one that I got right here is from Smart's World. He says, hot take, Giannis is outside of the top 3 players in the NBA right now. I wouldn't necessarily call this a hot take if he was talking about Steph Curry, because me personally, I have Steph Curry at number 3. I have Luka outside at number 4, but I have Giannis at number 2. So that's the reason why I think that this is a hot take right here. Number 1, I understand if somebody has fallen out of that top 3 because Luka has been playing out of his mind this season. I wouldn't be surprised if Luka enters the top 3 after this season, but I don't think that means Giannis falls out. I personally think that Giannis is a top 2 player, closer to Jokic than he is to Curry or to Luka. So to say that he's outside the top 3 just based off of this is kind of unfair to me. And the reason why I say it's unfair to me is because I understand that Giannis did lose in 5 to Miami in the first round last year, and his team isn't really performing the way that they would want them to perform, considering y'all just traded for Damian Lillard. Let's be honest, y'all, it's literally we're only 6 games into the season. So Giannis, he could pick up his play. We'll see the Milwaukee Bucks at the top of the conference going into the playoffs, just like we have for the past 2-3 seasons. So I'm pretty sure that Giannis's play is going to still be what it was the past 2 seasons. And I don't really think that anybody who is like behind Giannis right now, like a Curry, a Luka, an Embiid, an AD, KD, I don't think that they're playing better than Giannis right now. Well, Luka is. I don't think that they're better than Giannis is right now. So I don't think Giannis fell at the top 3. Next up, Dan Greenberg. He says, is it a hot take to suggest that early season NBA basketball has always been awesome because it's basketball and the league didn't need a tournament to make it exciting? Now, here's the number one thing that I will say. I agree with what he's saying because, you know, I like basketball, you know what I'm saying? The hardcore fans are going to watch basketball regardless, and he is one of those. So when he says NBA basketball in the early season has always been fun and exciting because it's basketball, I understand that part. But the part that I don't agree with is the second part where he says the league didn't need a tournament to make it exciting. I disagree with that because the NBA casual needs a reason to watch basketball. And I understand it's in the early season. The season just started. I just said that at the beginning of this video. But here's the thing. The NBA casual, they literally cannot focus on as many games as other people can. They lose interest extremely early. You know, you're going to see the NBA opening night. You're going to see NBA tip-off. You're going to pay attention to a couple games, like 3-4 games out of the day, games that are on TV. And then you're just done. You know what I'm saying? You're done. You're watching football. You're watching other. When you add another layer to the regular season, that makes people want to watch. You have an in-season tournament. Oh, nah, my team's going to win the in-season tournament. I'm going to play some bets. I'm going to, you know, talk my trash. I'm going to be watching the games because they're going to be on TV. I don't really give a damn about the group play, but I'm going to watch the knockout rounds. This is perfect for the NBA, and we're going to get to that video later this week. But with this take, I agree on one end as the hardcore fan, but then I disagree because the casual fan still needs something to care about. This dude Mikepedia, he says, random NBA hot take, I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be an MVP candidate this year. And I'll be honest with you, I said the Thunder were going to be a 4th seed. I still agree with that take that I had, and I agree with this take. The reason why I think Shai will be an MVP candidate is because I think he's going to average around like 35-5 this season. I think that they're going to be a 4th seed, and I genuinely do believe that people will be talking about Shai. Shit, he might be MVP this year. You know what I'm saying? And the voters, they see Shai, you know, they're kind of going to fall for it. So MVP candidate, this guy's right. Guy Rick Cav says, hot take, Draymond Green is a top 10 overrated player in NBA history. This is where I just completely disagree. And the reason why I'm disagreeing is because I genuinely do believe that not many people understand how valuable and how good Draymond Green is. You know, the hardcore fan, the people that watch Warriors games will understand how good Draymond Green is and how valuable he is to this Warriors team and as a player in general. But the casual fan who has their eyes locked on Klay Thompson, the casual fan who has their eyes locked on Stephen Curry when he's moving with the basketball, without the basketball, they're not paying attention to what Draymond Green is doing on the defensive side because they're ball watchers. They don't see the help defense that he's bringing. They don't, see the screens that the man is setting. They're not paying attention to the assists that this man is getting, the playmaking that he provides for this team. They're not paying attention to any of that stuff. They're paying attention to his antics. They're paying attention to him punching Jordan Poole, and they're paying attention to him railing and trash talking.
Chasing that farewell tour, they don't love you like that.
By 17, by 46 in Oakland, and by 13 earlier.
They don't care about what he brings to the basketball court other than the stuff I just mentioned. So to say that he is top 10 overrated kind of makes him underrated because you're saying he's overrated. You know what I'm saying? You see the single triple, you're like, why the was this man a defensive player of the year? Why the was this man considered a Hall of Famer? Why is this man, I can't think of a third thing, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Draymond Green, I feel like he's underrated. I feel like at the end of his career, people are going to underrate Draymond Green. That's just me. This hot take comes from Clown Baby. He says if Derek White were on the Lakers, he'd have the world pushing for him to be an all-star. Meanwhile, he doesn't even make the top 100 LMAO. NBA reacts, he replies, he says, especially after his performance last night, I'm pretty sure he's alluding to his 20-point night that he had against Miami. He says, hot take, I'll say it right now, Derek White is better than Reeves, and I'll sit on that. Now, here's the thing. I was thinking this the other day, and I'm glad that he said it, because I believe that if Derek White was on the Lakers, just what this guy said, if Derek White was on the Lakers right now playing the way that he was playing in that game against Miami, where he was playing last season, the season before that, he would be considered an all-star. But the fact that Austin Reeves is on that damn team, people are going to say that Austin Reeves is better than Derek White. Derek White not making that top 100 list is disgusting as hell. I didn't even get a chance to talk about it during the offseason, but that's gross. JJ Redick, thank you for sticking up for that shit because that is nasty as hell. And he's proving it right now why he's a top 100 player. And I do think that Derek White's better than Austin Reeves, and I really don't even think it's close. That's the crazy part. Like, I understand maybe Austin Reeves can score the basketball better than Derek White, but I think Derek White's got him in every single other department. I think that Derek White's a better playmaker than him. I think that Derek White is a better decision maker than him. That's for damn sure. I think he's a better defender than him. Clears him on that. But hey, this could be my bias talking. I don't really think it is. I think that this is my eyes talking to me. You know what I'm saying? I think Derek White is better than Austin Reeves. I think that's pretty obvious if you ask me. A lot of people might not agree with that. I don't really see people even having the conversation, but I believe Derek White should be in these conversations, I guess. All right, this man Antonio, he says, might be a hot take, but the Spurs may just be the worst team in the NBA. Being realistic, who's better? Well, the Spurs are better than the Hornets. Let's get that out of the way. The Spurs are definitely better than the Portland Trailblazers. Let's get that out the way. They're better than the Washington Wizards. From what I've seen from the Wizards, they really look like the worst team in basketball. Like, I know I was saying that about the Charlotte Hornets. I'm not going to watch the Hornets, but I'm not going to lie. The Hornets at home, they're kind of fun. They're kind of fun. Brandon Miller has been looking great. Mark Williams has been looking great. We're going to talk about him in another video. Stay tuned for that. The Spurs being the worst team in the NBA, that's just not true at all. And I think that this man right here, Cognoscent, gets it. He says, hot take, Wemby leads the Spurs to the play-in with a 20-win swing. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Here's the thing, man. I did not expect myself to be watching as many Spurs games as I have. The Spurs, they just took a really bad loss in OT to the Raptors this afternoon. They should have won that game. They just let that game slip out of their hands. That fourth quarter was gross. But the thing is, I like what their team brings. Their team brings energy. Their team, makes me want to watch them. I have been having an absolute blast watching Jetty Osman play basketball, seeing Zach Collins' defense, seeing Victor Wembanyama just being an absolute myth on the basketball court. Doug McDermott off the bench getting buckets, and my favorite player on the team, Jeremy Sohan, doing his thing, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, their team is just so damn fun to watch. Them in San Antonio, that's aura. I know I was just talking about Charlotte Hornets in their hometown, that's aura. I like watching that. And seeing the Spurs doing what they're doing, seeing Victor Wembanyama finally on an NBA basketball court really does make me think maybe they're actually going to go to the play-in. Maybe they'll be better than the 10th seed, what they were last year, and they can actually, you know, probably be 7th or 8th seed. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's all I got for y'all today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And I'm out. Peace.